So now when I take this down to the floor, I can really focus on this whole muscle group here, the serratus muscle, bit of lats, bit of pecs coming on to push away from the floor rather than it coming up here into my upper traps and into the neck. So if I come on my hands and knees, hands are going to be right underneath my shoulders, and I'm going to have my toes dragging up the wall just to get a little bit of leverage and keep my pelvis in a good position. So I'm over the top of my hands, I've got a little bit of a pelvic tuck, and I'm thinking of keeping my core muscles on here. So I'm going to push my chest away from the floor, and I'm not arching here. So this is my back arching, up and down. I want you to keep your spine neutral, and you're just pushing your whole rib cage through. And so this should be coming from under here. I'm imagining squeezing a newspaper underneath my armpits, so that serratus is really coming on. And then I'm going to gently push away from the floor as I inhale, keeping my gaze slightly forward. Inhale into the back, protracting those shoulder blades around the rib cage, and then exhale. I'm still squeezing those newspapers underneath my armpits. I've got a really good contraction in that serratus muscle. And I'm thinking shoulder blades pulling down my back towards my spine. Inhale, push the chest through. Sternum stays lifted. Exhale, retract. Pulling the shoulder blades down and away from the ears. Inhale, push through. Exhale, retract, pulling them down the back. So you'll know you're doing this wrong if you start to feel just kind of a up and down motion through the spine, like a cat-cow motion, or if your shoulders start going up towards your ears, you're going to feel this into your neck, into your traps, into the front of the shoulders. And so we want to keep this back of the shoulder, into the serratus muscle, a little bit into the pecs as well. Inhale, push away, shoulders away from the ears, wrapping those shoulder blades around the rib cage, and then the opposite, letting them roll back down towards the spine, keeping them flat against the rib cage. So again, do about 5 to 10 depending on how much it burns, and really work on that movement between letting them come apart and wrap around the rib cage and coming together and coming down the rib cage.